I have heard pretty much everything from my students, especially my university students. So here is a true story. I had a student, a guy, he was absent for a few classes, and the next week he comes through the door into the studio. He's got a black eye, his arm is in a sling, he's limping, and he's holding a quart-sized Ziploc baggie with documents in it. And he says, "Hi, Mr. Z." And I say, "Are you okay?" And he says, "Yeah, I think I'm okay. Um, and I think it's going to be an excused absence. I brought the documentation." And I say, "Okay, where were you?" And he says, "In jail." "You were in jail?" And he says, "Yeah." And he tells me the whole story. He was in a bar with some friends, and his friend got into a fight, and it was starting to get pretty violent, and he jumped in to help his friend, and he got hurt, and they called the police, and everyone got arrested, and he had to spend a few nights in jail because his dad wouldn't bail him out. And he says to me, but I have the documentation, and I think it's an excused absence because it's a government activity. Kind of like voting or jury duty. Huh. So I said to him, "Look, I honestly don't really know if incarceration is an excused absence. It's never come up before. Let me check with the department chair, and then we can talk about it." Now, I'll be honest with you. I don't really remember how this story ends in real life, but here's how I hope it ended. So we'll go with this. He tells me that he taught all of the other inmates how to do the shim sham. So even though the absence was not excused, he got extra credit, and it all worked out just fine.